Hello and welcome to my subscriber, to my Substack. I'm not yet used to it. Okay, but most people here have subscribed to my website, hermeticmagician.com. So in a way, it's also my subscriber. Okay. Keeping with the questions and answers, Janeki asks, why does Barton say feeling is an aspect of the mental body in step 6? That's initiation into Hermetics. If you don't have the book, get it. I would have expected him to class it with the astral body, so it makes me think I'm misunderstanding something about the way the mental body works. Okay, first, let's give it some context. What Barton says is, in this task, it is the task of this step to obtain a clear picture of one's own spirit with all its functions in regards to the 4 elements, as well as learning how to differentiate the functions from each other, which can be achieved through a particular meditation. The attributes of the spirit in accordance with the 4 elements are as follows. The will is subject to the fire principle. The intellect, with all its parallel aspects, such as reason and memory, is subject to the air principle. The feeling, with all its aspects, is subject to the water principles. Consciousness, with all its aspects, as the connection of all 3 elements, is subject to the earth principle. So you are focusing here on the sentence, feeling with all its aspects is subject to the water principle. For some reason, it escaped you all the other aspects. So the will is subject to the fire principle, intellect to the air principle, consciousness to the earth principle. So these questions should have been applied to these principles, to all the principles, for you to have better understanding of what's going on here. Also, it is important to realize that because Barton says in the spirit and the mental body, feeling with all its aspects is subject to the water principle, it does not mean that feeling is absent from the astral body. This affirmation, feeling with all its aspects is subject to the water principle in the mental body, is not the negation of the water element being attributed to the astral body. One thing does not imply the other. This is an affirmation and not a negation of anything. So, yes, the astral body, as Barton puts it, is regulated by emotions and fed by emotions and feelings. Okay, by parts. We are getting here what Barton later calls the ego consciousness, which is our self in the mental plane. And in this self has all the 4 elements, and which is what is being described. Will is fire, air is intellect, water is feeling, earth is consciousness, and this all exists as a mental structure. Think of the DNA. So DNA contains the structure that makes our physical body, our organs, and so on. It's all contained within it. In the same way, the spirit, Bardhan calls the spirit, contains everything from all bodies. So the will aspect, being attributed to fire, means the subtlest element we can perceive. Fire is almost immaterial. So it's the first manifestation of Akasha when you think of it descending. That's between the part of the mind that is closer to the Akashic plane. And then more akin to the mind itself is the intellect, air principle. So that's the predominant element of the mental, of the mind and of the mental body, if you want to divide it like that. Then you go down, and the astral body, water, feeling, and down in the material body, earth, and sensations. So this all exists within the mind, and it also exists outside the mind, but within the mind first, from an hermetic perspective.